Hello class, here is the continuation of our JAMB chemistry syllabus lessons. Today's topic is the effects of atmospheric gases dissolved in water and their biological significance. Air or atmosphere contains the following gases: nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, carbon dioxide, rare gases, water vapor, and pollutants. We know that carbon dioxide is soluble in water, oxygen is soluble in water, pollutants are soluble in water. So let us consider the effects of dissolved oxygen in water. You should first of all know that oxygen does not react with water, so it just dissolves in water as dissolved oxygen. If there is any pollutant and the pollutant is biodegradable, that is, it can decay, oxygen helps to decay and break down pollutants. And this is good for aquatic lives, because if pollutants don't decay, they will harm aquatic environment and pose a threat to living things in water. So number one effect of dissolved oxygen in water is that it helps in decay of pollutants. It helps in what is called aerobic respiration. Living things in water breathe in oxygen, and the purpose of breathing in oxygen is for oxygen to break down glucose and release energy in form of adenosine triphosphate, right? So aerobic respiration is where oxygen molecule breaks down glucose in the body of living things, and this will create water, carbon dioxide, and energy in form of adenosine triphosphate, and this breakdown of glucose is called aerobic respiration. Another influence of dissolved oxygen is that it refreshes aquatic environment. In fact, this is the indirect effect of breakdown of pollutants, because when more pollutants are broken down through decay, that will lead to refreshment in the aquatic environment. Another effect is that in the aquatic environment, there are redox reactions, reduction oxidation reactions. So, presence of oxygen enhances redox balance in aquatic habitat. And what if there is excessively high amount of oxygen? So when oxygen is excessively high, it will lead to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress summarily means cell damage as a result of excessive oxidation in the body of living things in water. Now, the next is effects of dissolved carbon dioxide in the aquatic environment. The profound effects of dissolved carbon dioxide in an aquatic environment is decrease in pH, because carbon dioxide is an acidic oxide. Unlike oxygen that does not react or attack water, whenever carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, it reacts with water to form an acid known as carbonic acid. What this acid does is to break down into a proton and bicarbonate ion. Presence of this proton brings about acidification. It makes the water a bit acidic. What is the biological significance of dissolved carbon dioxide in water? Number one, presence of carbon dioxide enables plants in water to photosynthesize food, because photosynthesis is the reverse of aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is the breaking down of glucose, while photosynthesis is the production of glucose by use of carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. So what happens is that carbon dioxide dissolved in water will attack water. The result is glucose plus oxygen gas. Presence of carbon dioxide enhances aquatic plant growth and also that of aquatic animals. But what if carbon dioxide is excessively present in water? This will lead to acidification and reduction of calcification. Calcification is the process of forming calcium carbonate for the building of shells and scales of animals like corals, tortoises, snails, and so on and so forth. When the carbon dioxide is excessive, the acidification there, or presence of hydrogen ion there, will now lead to reduction in building of calcium carbonate. How does it happen? Hydrogen ion that is excess will attack carbonate ion that is used to form calcium carbonate in order to change it to bicarbonate ion. So this particular reaction is a distraction to the main reaction pathway that leads to formation of calcium carbonate. Now get this. The free carbonate in water combines with calcium to form calcium carbonate. And the animals will use this calcium carbonate to form their shells and scales. But when carbon 4 oxide is in excess, this reaction will take place, and this acid will break down into hydrogen ion and bicarbonate. This hydrogen ion is more reactive than calcium ion. Because of that, this reaction pathway will be impaired. The hydrogen ion will instead attack the free carbonate to form bicarbonate. So instead of this reaction happening in water, this one will now happen more. And by that process, calcification will reduce. And this will harm aquatic animals that have shells. So that is why excessive amount of carbon 4 oxide in water should be avoided. I hope you got value. If you did, click on like, comment, share this video to other JAMB candidates. Follow me on TikTok and subscribe to my YouTube channel.